All right, ladies and gentlemen, if we could ask the chambers to come to order. If we could ask the chambers to come to order. And if you can't see me, I'm County Supervisor Joe Simidian, and I am being preceded by a marvelous group of folks we're going to hear from in just a moment. But right now, as we reconvene this open session, we'll ask that if you can, please rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led today by County Supervisor Mike Wasserman. Supervisor?
Thank you, Mr. President. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all very much, and that allows me to just turn once again to Supervisor Wasserman and ask him to introduce his invocators today. He can make his way to a microphone or a podium or...
He's singing with them.
Oh, good.
No, that would not be a public service if I sang with them. That would be just the opposite. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us here today, and opening up today's meeting is this invocation. And with me, I have General Director Larry Hancock here, and the Opera San Jose Military Veterans Chorus. In 2016, Opera San Jose's Military Veterans Chorus was conceived as OSJ, prepared the West Coast premiere of Kevin Putz's World War I opera, Silent Night. On discovering that there are in excess of 900 homeless veterans in the greater San Jose area, OSJ General Director Larry Hancock was compelled to do something. He announced through several veteran service organizations that he was forming a veterans chorus for a fundraising concert. It took a month to recruit the 24 singers, and I think you have a few more than that here today. And in 2 months, they had prepared a concert. They sold out the 300-seat Trianon Theater, bringing in more than $3,000, which was donated to All the Way Home. Hello, Jennifer. A division of Destination Home. They so enjoyed working together that they have now given 3 December concerts, and the most recent profited excess of $5,000, which was also sent to All the Way Home. And by the way, Mr. General, we have now provided housing for over 1,100 veterans in San Jose through that program. This chorus performs for a wide variety of military-related events and organizations, such as Veterans Day and Memorial Day events and services, Wreaths Across America, which I'm a proud participant of both Gilroy and Los Gatos, fundraisers for Blue Star Mothers, and they have also performed on the USS Hornet and at the Menlo Park Veterans Hospital. The chorus is made up of military veterans, their spouses and adult children, and those who work in or support veteran services. At their 2018 December concert, they had a chorus of 48 voices, up from the 24 for the first concert in 2016. Today, OSJ's Veteran Chorus will sing 2 pieces arranged by chorus member Jeremy Harris. Where's Jeremy? Jeremy? All right, Jeremy. The first will be Woody Guthrie's This Land Is Your Land, This Land Is My Land. And second, Irving Berlin's Give Me Your Tired and Your Poor. And with that, I'm going to disappear into the background, and I give you Opera San Jose's Military Veterans Chorus.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the entire Board of Supervisors, we convey our thanks to Opera San Jose's Military Veterans Chorus and to you, Supervisor Wasserman, for choosing this unique way to start our afternoon meeting this Monday afternoon. Thank you again to the men and women of the Opera San Jose's Military Veterans Chorus. Colleagues, that does take us, as folks are exiting, to item number 8, which is to consider recommendations relating to certificates of appreciation, commendations, and proclamations. And the clerk has posted the voting panel on our screens. We have a motion to approve the items 8A through G by Supervisor Chavez and a second from Supervisor Cortese. We're going to ask that all 5 members please vote on the screens. And now that that has been done, we will ask that the results be displayed overhead. And in fact, the motion has carried on a 5-0 vote, which is what allows us to now present commendations and proclamations, as well as certificates of appreciation, to many of the folks who are assembled here in this room. So again, our thanks to the chorus, and I have the privilege and pleasure of being the first up. And that is so that I can tell you all, if you didn't already know, that we have taken action to designate May 19th through the 25th as Emergency Medical Services Week here in Santa Clara County. Before I tell you a little bit about that, I want to ask Jackie Lowther, who is our EMS director, to come on up and join me if she is here in the room. She is. She's making her way up. Thank you, Jackie. So, what is EMS Emergency Medical Services Week, 19th through the 25th of this month, and why should you care? And here's the thing I want to tell you. This is the time that we take during the course of the year to recognize a really extraordinary group of public safety officials and professionals who respond to us when we are most in need, frankly, at times of crisis, something we take for granted, that if we dial 911, somebody will be there for us. I think there's very few of us probably who give any thought at all to just how vast that responsibility is in a county of this size. Our county's EMS system responds to more than 127,000 medical emergencies every year, ends up taking more than 83,000 patients to local hospitals, and it is no small effort to do that and to make it work. It requires the participation of 720 paramedics, 2,700 EMTs, 20 EMS field supervisors, and 125 registered nurses. All of these folks are highly trained, they're all professionals, and here's the thing. There's no day off, there's no time off, there's no hour of the day when they're not on duty. EMS professionals provide critical emergency medical services and care around the clock every single day without interruption. So for all of those reasons, I'm particularly pleased that our board could take action to recognize the contributions of our EMS responders who are out there keeping us all safe. And on behalf of the Board of Supervisors, I want to say thank you to all of you who are part of that effort. But to give us a little bit more, I want to turn to Jackie, who can tell us about the folks that we are honoring through this week. But a round of applause for all of them by way of thanks. Jackie?
For everyone in this room, and most of them are all on the back, if I could get them all to step forward or stand up, please. EMS Week is an opportunity for the public to recognize what you do out there every single day. So along with myself, Dr. Miller, and all the people in Santa Clara County, we would like to thank you for the work you do in the pre-hospital setting, where there may not be lights. You may be in a bathroom, you may be in the kitchen floor, you could be in the middle of 880 or 280. And thank our partners at the hospital, our fire partners, our law partners, and the volunteers that assist us. And thank you for your compassion, your devotion to patient care. Thank you for taking time away from families, friends, to keep our ambulances on the street 24/7 and making that one last call. Thank you for thinking on your feet and taking care of everyone and comforting our communities and our patients. And thank you for your commitment to Santa Clara County. Thank you, Board of Supervisors.
Thank you, Jackie, and thank you one more time. We're going to do a quick photo. Forgive us while we turn our backs. Do we have other folks from EMS who are here?
Yes.
Well, I know this is going to be a logistical nightmare, but would you please come forward, because they don't really want to take my picture. I don't answer anybody's 911 calls. So if you would come forward, seriously, come on up. Come on up.
Please.
Please. Thank you, Supervisor.
Everyone up here?
You're good. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. One more round of applause by way of a thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you all once again, and thank you to the folks that do this good work. And allow me now to turn to my colleague, Supervisor Chavez, the Vice President of our board, who I believe has 3 proclamations to present.
I do. Thank
Supervisor,
you.
go to it.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited today to present a proclamation to declare Family Reunification Day. And I would really like to ask our juvenile court judge, Shauna Schwartz, if she could come forward, and Annalisa Chung from the Dependency Advocacy Center. Come on forward. She's afraid. I went to high school with her. She's thinking I'm going to talk about that, but I'm not. Come on, Judge. Unless you want me to. So for the last 9 years, Santa Clara County and other jurisdictions across this nation have celebrated National Reunification Day to honor families and communities. And anybody else who's here for this honor, please come forward. And the reason we do this is coming together to raise awareness about the importance of family reunification to children in foster care. And I'm pleased to announce that we are celebrating Santa Clara County's 9th annual Family Reunification Day. And I would also like to acknowledge our Juvenile Dependency Court and its stakeholders who continue to make a difference in the lives of families in this community. In particular, the board is grateful to the Superior Court, the Department of Family and Children's Services, Dependency Advocacy Center, Legal Advocates for Children and Youth, First 5 Child Advocates, and the Office of County Counsel for contributing to the planning of this event that will take place in the Social Services Agency Auditorium May 22nd at 1:30. Santa Clara County continues to be a model for courts throughout the nation because of the innovative practices and services such as our dually involved youth programs and Dependency Wellness Court, where we have reduced the length of time in foster care for children and achieved rates of family reunification that are almost double the state average. Successes like these are a direct result of the profound commitment, collaborative efforts of parents, family members, social workers, foster parents, service providers, attorneys, courts, and the community, and reunification is really essential. I just want to ask if, Shauna, Judge Schwartz, you going to say a couple words? Okay, great. And I want to just say a couple things about her. She hears cases for non-minor dependents, and those are youth between the ages of 18 and 21 who've opted to remain in extended foster care in order to get assistance in their transition to adulthood. She also oversees the administration of psychotropic medications to foster youth and requiring and receiving and reviewing all of the orders and doing all of the hearings. And for every single person who really supports our efforts with children, particularly foster youth, let's give them an enormous round of applause. This is very challenging work. And thank you very much, Supervisor Chavez and the rest of the board today. It's my pleasure, it's my honor to accept this proclamation. This is our 9th annual Reunification Day, and some of you may wonder, what is Reunification Day? Well, no doubt many of you have heard horror stories about the foster care system. But rest assured, we have a tremendous number of people who are very passionate and committed to working with these families. Reunification Day is the day when we celebrate getting those kids back with their parents. When I take kids away, and I do it on a daily basis, I tell parents, the law says if we take kids away, we're supposed to give them back. Our goal is to reunify. And Reunification Day is the day where we celebrate that happens. And we highlight the excellent work of social workers with whom reunification will not be possible. We showcase the commitment of the attorneys who work day in and day out with these children and families. And then we celebrate and acknowledge those families that work hard to get their children back. For Reunification Day, we choose 5 families to actually celebrate. We have them come in. We give them proclamations from the board. We give them toys for the kids. It's a really fun day. It's the highlight of our year for Independency Court, where we actually look at these families and tell them, great job, you did what you set out to do. You worked with us, you worked with the social workers, with the department, and you've gotten your children back. It's a fantastic day, and I would invite everybody to attend. It is May 22nd at 1 o'clock p.m. It is at the Department of Family and Children's Services, and I know Supervisor Chavez will be present that day making some comments and again celebrating these families. So thank you very much to the board, and we look forward to seeing you. Formal presentation? Okay, great. Thank you all very much. Wait. This is actually the real picture. The real Oh, thank you. Thank you for your good work.
Congratulations once again. And we turn to Supervisor Chavez yet again.
Thank you. I would like to invite everybody here who's here for CalFresh Awareness Month. If you can come forward, I'm particularly looking for Angela Shing who's our Social Services Agency Benefits Director. She can come forward, and any staff who are working on this. The CalFresh program was created to safeguard the well-being of low-income households by improving access to healthy, nutritious food. We here in Santa Clara County place a strong emphasis on reducing hunger and food insecurity in all vulnerable populations, including children, seniors, and individuals with disabilities. And I want you to hear this number for a moment. More than 75,000 families and individuals in our county receive CalFresh assistance. 75,000. That is slightly more people than live in Milpitas. And why it's important to share that is that even though we live in an area where incomes appear high, for a lot of families, they're really struggling to make it here, and CalFresh makes a difference. We want to make sure that the public knows about this because we want to make sure they have access to this benefit so that people can stay healthy. This happens through a strong partnership between our county, the Second Harvest Food Bank of Santa Clara County, and San Mateo counties, and other community-based organizations. And we are using this as a time to dispel myths regarding the CalFresh program, to raise awareness, and also assist residents with CalFresh applications so we can increase participation, because there's still more resources there that we can share. And just if I could ask all of you to give this whole crew a round of applause that works on this. And Angela, I want to thank you and your staff and our partners for your professional and compassionate service to our county residents. And really an extra special thank you to Second Harvest Food Bank. Let's give them a big round of applause. And then I'll give you the
Thank you so much. I really wanted to thank the board and Supervisor Chavez for helping us raise awareness for CalFresh. It really is such an important program that is really about the overall well-being of the community. Like you had mentioned, 75,000 participants, 60% of which are children and seniors. It is, not just about reducing hunger and food insecurity, but it does actually infuse about $100 million into the local economy annually. So it really just is a huge impact, not only to food insecurity, but to the local economy. I did want to put a plug in also that there is a historic change going on this year where CalFresh is actually being expanded to the SSI population. So we do anticipate that there's going to be another 13,000 people that will be eligible for SSI as of this year, and that'll be as of June 1st. So I know normally we would actually have had a lot more people because, as you said, it takes a village to really make CalFresh reaching out to the people who are eligible, because we absolutely don't have everyone who's eligible is not enrolled in CalFresh. So I know Second Harvest Food Bank is actually at a conference, I believe, doing the good work they do, and a lot of the people that on my staff, we have a community convening tomorrow to engage our provider and our community-based organizations that actually help us do the good work in expanding and reaching the people that are eligible for CalFresh. And they're hard at work getting that prepared for tomorrow, but I do have Anita with me, helping me really advocating here. So thank you so much for helping us expand the awareness on CalFresh. It's really such an important program.
And they can get more information by?
Contacting, I think it's Rosanna's our outreach person. What's Rosanna's last name? It's a long one. Rosanna.
Supervisor Chavez, if people go to the county's webpage, will they be able to find information about our CalFresh program?
Yes.
And then here's what I do. County of Santa Clara, CalFresh, hit send. Yeah, you're going to be in great shape.
Thank you. And I apologize. I'm very new to the county, 5th week, so I'm learning. Yeah. So I'm
Welcome and thank you.
still learning those things myself. So thank you so much.
So in your 5th week, then we just throw curveballs
Oh,
at you.
great.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. We're going to do a quick photo.
Oh, great. Thanks. We're going this way? Thank you.
And I believe we have one more presentation from Supervisor Chavez.
Great. So if I would like to invite up Jill Sproul, our Chief Nursing Officer at Valley Medical Center, and anyone else who's here from our nursing team, if you can come to the podium. All of our nurses, come on up.
Supervisor Chavez, excuse the interruption. It's rare that I do this, but I'm not sure that those assembled realized that that was supposed to be applause for nurses who are going to take care of you when you end up in the hospital. Could we please have a warm, welcoming round of applause? Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's, this proclamation is for National Nurses Week. And any of you have a nurse in your family? Then you know how important they are, and if you don't remember to thank them this week, I think you will be in big trouble. So the American Nurses Association theme for National Nurses Week this year is 4 million reasons to celebrate in honor of the 4 million nurses in the United States. Nurses Week is from May 6th National Nurses Day to May 12th, Florence Nightingale's birthday. Florence Nightingale, as you probably know, is the founder of modern nursing. Nursing is the largest workforce in the health and hospital system, and there are approximately 3,000 registered nurses that work in various settings in the county. 3,000. Most people think of nurses working in hospital settings, but the role of being a nurse in our county is very diverse. Hospitals, public health, homeless clinics, our ambulatory clinics, custody health, behavioral health, quality and informatics, and all in addition to many other roles. And this week, we're pleased in honor in recognizing the nurses working in our county. And just to say 3,000 thank yous to all of you for the very amazing work you do. And to Jill, you want to say a few words? Sure. Great. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Thank you so much, Supervisor Chavez and the entire Board of Supervisors. Please take this opportunity this week to thank all the nurses. As Supervisor Chavez said, there's 3,000, and we want to recognize them not just during this 1 week in May, but every day and every shift for their kindness and compassion. Nurses are there at the beginning of life, they're there through health maintenance, and they're there at the end of the life helping people pass to the next, when patients pass away. So again, thank you so much. And you know what? I have a lot of shy nurses in here. There's a lot of nurses in the house.
Are there?
Yes, they're all.
Stand up, nurses,
Stand up,
please.
nurses, because it's. So, again, thank you for all that you do, and most importantly, your kindness. Thank you.
Thank you. So we're going to do a quick photo, can we? And we'll present you. So it's not usually a shy group.
I
as
know.
Keep up the amazing work, you guys.
Thank you very much. And Supervisor Wasserman, we look to you for our next presentation.
Thank you very much. It's my honor to introduce all of you to an extraordinary young lady who I'd like to call forward to meet me at the podium, Chloe Howard, along with her dad, Dana, her mom, Lori, and her brother, Tucker. Thank you. All right. So, with me today, like I said, is an extraordinary young lady, Chloe Howard, who was born with a severe foot deformity, but always loved her foot and believed she was beautiful. However, that changed when, as a freshman in high school, she was assaulted by her peers because of her deformity. Chloe was traumatized by the assault, but was inspired and challenged to speak out against injustice and tell her story on an international stage following a chance meeting with one of her heroes. And whereas, and you can tell this is from the commendation, Chloe gave her first, and is it TED Talks or is it TEDx Talks?
TEDx Talk.
TEDx Talks. She gave her first TEDx Talks at 16 years of age, which prompted her to develop her platform and movement, Stand Beautiful, also standbeautiful.me. The talk led Chloe to speak in schools, companies, and organizations around the nation. At 17, Chloe was asked to partner with Cure International and traveled with them to the Dominican Republic, to Kenya, New Delhi, and India, sharing her message of self-acceptance and love. Whereas in 2018, Chloe's 2 books, Chloe's 2 books. And think back about when you were a senior in high school. She's done the TED Talks. She's spoken in several foreign countries. She's written 2 books. These 2 books were released 2 weeks before her high school graduation. The first book, Stand Beautiful. Yes, because I saw Stand Beautiful. Stand Beautiful, a story of brokenness, beauty, and embracing it all, is a memoir for teens and adults. And the second, Stand Beautiful, is a picture book for children. Both books promote a message of self-acceptance, love, anti-bullying, and hope. Chloe traveled around the United States on book tours and was awarded the honor of being Huck's hero on the Huckabee Show. She was also featured on many national television news, radio programs, and podcasts. And whereas Chloe gave her second TEDx talk at the age of 18, a week into her freshman year in college, and was welcomed with a standing ovation. In May 2019, she will travel to this month.
Yes. Yep.
She will travel to Guatemala, where she is scheduled to speak at several schools and churches. During the summer, Chloe will visit Australia, northern Michigan, San Diego, and Orlando, where thousands of youth and adults will hear the Stand Beautiful message and be invited to join the thousands of others participating in the movement worldwide. Chloe's mission is to inspire people of all ages to boldly accept their beautiful selves. And with that, I'm going to let Chloe speak for a couple of minutes.
Thank you so much for your kind introduction and for letting me be here today. I am so honored. At this point in my life, 2 weeks into being 19, 4 days out of finishing my freshman year in high school, college, sorry, crazy transition. My whole goal is to help recognize the stories of others, because I believe that we are all storytellers. We all, whatever stage of life we're in, have this wild story we've been living, and we are given the courage and opportunity to, at times, share it. My story was one of triumph, but of hardship, of confidence, but of insecurity, of deep guilt and shame, but also great courage. I have learned over the last few years of my life, since first being made victim at age 14 in a hate crime assault, that only I have the power to determine what my labels are, that I am not defined as my label of victim, that I am resilient. And I believe that about all of you. So thank you so much for letting me be here today, for honoring me here, and for recognizing you all as storytellers.
Some kind of special, huh?
Congratulations and thank you again for your good work. And now it's my pleasure to turn to our county executive, Dr. Jeff Smith, who's going to make both the next presentation and then take us into our Employee Excellence Awards recognition. Dr. Smith?
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the board. I think we need a bigger auditorium next time. We have so many people worthy of such honors, such great people, and people here from their families and friends. honoring them. So I'm going to continue. Right now I'm here to honor Joan Haas. Where's Joan? Right here, while I embarrass you. Congratulations. Joan will be retiring soon from the county after dedicating 30 years of faithful public service in the finance agency's Department of Tax and Collections. A big round of applause. She began her career at the county in 1989 as an account clerk too, and has worked to ensure the corrections of the tax rolls and that they were processed efficiently. A year later, she was promoted to supervising tax collection clerk. In January of 1998, she was promoted to the position of exemption manager for the Office of the Assessor, where she administered constitutional exemptions and handled the general management of the unit. And then in 2005, she was promoted to the position of tax collection manager, where she's been ever since, running 4 critical programs: tax information, unsecured tax collections, power to sell, and penalty appeals. Congratulations. To those of you who aren't familiar with all the lingo, that's all important stuff. The promotions that Joan has received during her long tenure with the county are due to her recognizable performance, her exemplary customer service, her subject matter expertise, and her strong leadership skills. During her time with the county, she has worked on various assignments that have directly impacted the residents of the county and has managed those 4 programs in a complex department with complex rules. In fact, because of Joan's subject matter expertise in the numerous areas dealing with property tax, she's become known as an advocate for the taxpayers, and she's the department's resident expert. Over the span of 30 years working at the county, Joan has demonstrated the county's core values of ethical conduct, honesty, integrity, respect for others, and fostering of collaborative efforts to achieve the county's mission. We're sorry to see Joan leave. We thought she could stay for another 60 years. But we'll do our best without her. Congratulations.
Jeff, you need
Joan, we want you to come back for a photo, please. Come on back. Come on back.
Photos.
Truly, thank you very much.
Now I need to go on, and get to go on, I should say, to the award winners for the Employee Excellence Awards for this month. Excuse me. So again, what I'm going to do is ask all the award winners to come up, sit on my right and left side in the chairs, and then we'll get started. So you know who you are, and the rest of you, rounds of applause. Come on up. Either way. We get everybody? 1, 2, 1, 2. Looks like everybody's here. Nope. There we go. You snuck up behind me. Good. Okay, so let me explain. I'm going to call your name, and you come and stand by me while we read a little bit about you from your supervisor. Okay? I won't say anything too embarrassing, hopefully. Embarrass myself, maybe. And then we'll have rounds of applause from the audience. Everybody's welcome to show their appreciation. These 9 people represent the 22,000 employees that we have working every day, doing the county's work, providing the services in our county that hold the fabric of society together. And we want to honor all 22,000 by honoring you 9 this month. So first, Kishore Salunke. Did I get that right? Kishore is an information technology specialist with TSS, has been with us for 17 years. He specializes in relational database technologies, Oracle software and hardware, and a variety of data engineering disciplines. Kishore has been at the center of several high-profile projects, including the Oracle Extra Data implementation, the CIS replication with CalWin, and hosting of Contra Costa data and our data in the data warehouse. All of these projects required careful planning, skillful testing, and delicate implementation. He stepped up to the challenge, worked closely with the vendors, with the Contra Costa team, and with others in TSS and SSA to orchestrate a well-designed solution. Without his quiet leadership and technical intelligence, we would not have been so successful in implementing all these projects. Kishore is a perfect example of an individual who combines technical excellence with great interpersonal and teamwork skills. He's always there to get the job done, regardless of how big or small the task is. He makes well thought out suggestions and lends a hand to struggling colleagues whenever in need. Kishore is a pleasure to have around and an excellent team player who fosters an attitude of harmony and cooperation. He's well respected within TSS and every other department that he comes in contact with. Congratulations very much. I should have mentioned, after I get done, you'd go to the president. He gives you your reward. Miguel Gomez. Miguel is a senior lead paralegal for the Alternate Defender's Office. He's been with us for 11 years. His responsibilities are to assign and coordinate the work of the office paralegal staff. Additionally, Miguel facilitates the electronic discovery processes, conducts client interviews, and assists attorneys in court proceedings. You do all of the electronic discovery? All by yourself? No. You need more help. Miguel is an amazing and compassionate leader who is always willing to step up and undertake some of the office's most difficult and complicated assignments. He's currently the lead paralegal in the complex death penalty cases, where he manages thousands of pages of discovery and spends enormous amounts of time visiting our clients in jail. He's a stellar example of the commitment necessary to provide clients the zealous representation to which they are entitled. In his spare time, Miguel is a Prince superfan and enjoys all types of music. All right. He tries to get to as many concerts as possible. Miguel loves to travel and has been to Japan and Europe several times. Next year, he's looking forward to a trip to Thailand. Have a good time and make sure you come back. Caleb Tuttle. Caleb is a detective with the Office of the Sheriff, has been with us for 14 years. Detective Tuttle has been assigned to the REACT Task Force for the last 1.5 years. During that time, he has been the lead investigator responsible for investigating a group of international hackers stealing cryptocurrency. During this 12-month investigation, Caleb identified approximately 1,000 victims, many of whom resided in this county, and lost an estimated $50 million in total. Wow, that's a lot. Did you find the money?
Some.
Oh, good. Caleb assisted in serving search warrants in Massachusetts, New York, Kansas, Oklahoma, Idaho, and throughout California. He's recovered approximately $3 million in stolen cryptocurrency, high-end vehicles, and valuable jewelry. He has arrested 5 suspects so far. That's so far. He's working with law enforcement agencies in various different countries to identify, arrest, and expedite suspects that are living abroad. Caleb's multi-state investigation, identification, and arrest of the suspects and his recovery of the stolen property has shown his dedication to our core values and the protection of life and property. Caleb's a fine example to his peers and a valuable asset to the sheriff's office. When Caleb is not at work, he enjoys playing golf, spending time with his 2 children, and traveling to Hawaii with his family. Congratulations. Good work. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sheriff, for putting somebody in front of us who does things that a lot of us don't realize the sheriffs, detectives, and investigators do with all that complex IT stuff. Strong work. If I knew what they did, it'd be great. Ashante Hayes. You can stay right there. Ashante is a supervising group counselor with the probation department and has been with us for 20 years. He demonstrates a tremendous work ethic in his role in the probation department. Ashante is a great communicator between staff and management and brings out the best in his staff, always encouraging others to do the same. If a team member is struggling, he is supportive and very often able to boost the confidence and performance of that individual. He's open to reflection and adjustment because he strives always to be the best and most effective supervisor for his team. Ashante encourages new ideas and creativity while remaining balanced and fiscally responsible. He's earned the respect and admiration of his staff by role modeling honesty, integrity, and a great moral compass. Ashante, with others, participated in the public outreach and recruiting of college students. He supported this effort by assisting in making it a goal of the committee's professional outreach of probation, POP, to assist and participate in the recruitment. In his leadership role, he has spearheaded a project for increasing the in-house training efforts for our new staff. This created the opportunity for seasoned staff to train and lead others who are not familiar with policies and procedures. As they did so, they became better leaders and more respected in the organization. Thank you, Ashante, for your great work. Thank you very much. Juliana Van Meter. Juliana is a social work supervisor with the Social Services Agency and has been with us for 5 years. She has a roll up your sleeves and get it done attitude. Juliana is a team player with an infectious smile and a laugh that brings joy to all the people around her. She has a passion to empower others and transform systems. She's an active member of the Employee Wellness Network and a county trauma-informed systems trainer. Juliana has taken the lead in the design, development, and implementation of the Simulation Learning Lab in staff development. The Learning Lab is a mock 900 square foot apartment utilized for the purpose of recreating realistic child welfare interactions for professionals and practical critical thinking skills and best practices as they serve families. Juliana has integrated a coaching feedback model for new social workers to help them learn and grow. The Learning Lab's first child welfare simulation training launched in January of 2019 and included newly hired social workers from DFCS. Juliana's tremendous work performance runs in her family. Her mother and grandmother were both Employee Excellence recipients. In 1992, Juliana's mother, Carla Van Meter, received the award for her work in pretrial services. In 2001, Juliana's grandmother, Jessie Story, was an Employee Excellence honoree for her work in the Department of Corrections. Now SSA can join the crowd. SSA would like to thank Juliana for her innovative work and efforts to transform learning for all of the social workers and making the department much better. Thank you very much. Deborah Smith. Finally, a name I can pronounce. Deborah is a legal clerk with the Department of Child Support Services and has been with us for 20 years. She is currently a legal clerk and has assumed the duties of coordinating genetic testing for the department. In this capacity, Deborah diligently works with customers, vendors, and all levels of child support staff. Her flexibility and dedication to improving the genetic testing process for the department is helping to move them toward reducing the number of court continuances related to the testing. Deborah demonstrates a strong work ethic and holds herself accountable to the department's mission. She provides excellent customer service to all of our customers, both external and internal. When speaking with customers, Deborah maintains a respectful and patient demeanor to ensure that they feel heard and that all questions are answered. She often deals with sensitive and personal issues, always handling them professionally and with great care. Deborah enjoys her position and says she likes to continuously learn and looks forward to the challenges that will come her way in the future. She's a dedicated team player and always willingly takes on new job assignments, helping wherever she is needed. Deborah is a valuable member of the department and demonstrates a strong commitment to the child support program and the families that we serve. Deborah is married with 2 sons and a grandson. In her spare time, she enjoys the farmer's market on Saturday mornings with her husband, and traveling to Las Vegas, decorating, and spending time with friends. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Suzanne Minich. Hey, Suzanne, how you doing? Suzanne is a critical care nurse manager from Valley Medical Center. She's been with us for only 34 years. Another 30?
Oh, sure.
Might as well. What the heck? Susie began her nursing career in September of 1985 as a new grad in the neonatal intensive care unit. After spending 5 years caring for our smallest and most vulnerable patients, she transferred to the adult coronary care unit and worked as a staff nurse for 9 years before being promoted to assistant nurse manager. Due to her strong leadership and patient advocacy skills, Susie is promoted to critical care nurse manager in 2002. As an expert clinical and operational leader who supports both staff and patients, Susie embodies the values and mission of VMC to her core. Her influence spans across the organization as she serves as the nursing lead and liaison for many key projects, such as the EPIC implementation and its ongoing optimization. She's a founding member of the nursing team that created the VMC professional practice model that transformed the division of nursing. As a mentor to other nurse managers, she's always willing to help guide them as they learn and grow their complex roles. She's well respected and valued by the Division of Nursing and throughout the hospital. In her spare time, Susie enjoys traveling and spending time with her nieces and nephews. Congratulations, great work. Really appreciate it. You're doing wonderful stuff. Keep up the good work. Charlotte Kibble. Charla is a marriage and family therapist too with the Behavioral Health Services Department. Has been with us for 30 years. Wow. We have lots of early starters. Charla has shown an unwavering commitment to children and family within the county. In her role as a marriage and family therapist, she has provided assessment and treatment to children utilizing a relationship-based, trauma-informed, family-centered framework for over 30 years. In collaboration with others, her leadership and passion have contributed to the addition of evidence-based practices, use of standardized screening and assessment tools, and the building of specialty expertise in infant, family, early childhood mental health for staff, trainees, interns, and community partners. Great work. That's good. In the past few years, Charla has taken on various special projects in support of evidence-based practices, program evaluation, and as a co-lead of the Infant, Family, Early Childhood Mental Health Training Academy. You need a smaller name for that. Charla utilizes a rational model of leadership to establish and maintain and promote quality relationships across the organization and with other health providers. She's an empathetic clinician and clinical supervisor who empowers others in their own growth and well-being. Charla's work has substantially contributed to the health and well-being of the families and children throughout the county. She was raised in South Africa, attended college, and received a psychology degree and a teacher's diploma. In the 1980s, she came to the United States to attend graduate school at San Jose University. She's married with 2 adult daughters, and together they enjoy traveling, literature, and movies. Charla is actively involved in various groups related to her faith practices, and we need her to stick around for a long time. Matt Moterian. Did I get it right? Mac is a firefighter engineer with the Santa Clara County Fire Department and has been with us for 6.5 years. Matt consistently accomplishes duties above and beyond his normal work scope with a can-do attitude and he is exceedingly positive. These duties include, but are not limited to, his participation in multiple committees, fundraisers, and the assistance with ceremonies and special events. Matt completes these tasks skillfully and without expectation of recognition. Matt uses his expertise in expanding emergency dispatch and mutual aid resources coordination to provide meaningful insight, support, and education to the department and others around the department. He recently took on a significant project, creating and providing instruction to the State Resource Ordering and Status System, ROS, which is used to support statewide mutual aid to mitigate some of the most dangerous natural disasters in the state and the world. Despite multiple complications and setbacks in making this happen, Matt stayed focused, and the end goal was a quality classroom project. Matt approaches all things that he does with simple desire to accomplish the department's declared goals of courtesy and service. He's a true professional and holds himself and his work accountable to the highest standards. County Fire is honored to have Matt acknowledged as the Employee Excellence Award winner this month. Congratulations. Very much. Another fabulous group of employees. Isn't it inspiring to hear about all of them, the things that they do? Thank you very much for everything you do. Keep up the great work. Without you, community would be at a great loss. So, rounds of applause for everybody. And we're gonna turn our backs to you in a semicircle for pictures, and you're all welcome to continue to clap and yell.
We're going to do a photo with you all. And we're all looking that way. And we're all squeezing in. Squeeze away. And we have one more. Hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, without objection and hearing none, this meeting is now adjourned. Thank you all very much for being with us.